All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body, and two are naturally alive. And yeah, man, I kind of want to go into this, man, because kind of like going touching into something that we talked about the other day. No, not really, but scripture we talked about the other day, and also too, man. I mean, like the post we made the other day, like on here, like the sister said in that Facebook post, man. She said matching energies will have you mirroring demons, man. And a lot of times too, and shout out to brother send me firstborn too, man. Cause especially us in the word being servants of the Most High house, like that really shouldn't be like no dear twisted too. Cause like no, let's get this, man. Let's go Proverbs chapter 26. It says, it says, and it says, answer not a fool according to his folly, and at least thou be like unto him. See, that goes into kind of what we're going to talk about. But also too, here's a balance, time and season. It says, answer a fool according to his folly, at least he be wise in his own conceit. So see, there's a time to respond and a time not to. But really, that should be our modus operandi, especially for us in the world. This is going for me as well, man. Because a lot of times too, like we see it now, this new thing, like not a new thing, but these new. It's kind of these new age or new like slangs or sayings or ideas like internet talk stuff or like matching energy things and nature. But especially us in the word, shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn. We really shouldn't be like really like doing that. That goes really me as well. I'm talking about myself honestly because I have moments like that. But it's like what? That's why it's like Proverbs 19. Let's go Proverbs 19 real quick because that's why the art of letting things slide is so important. It says the discretion of a man deferreth his anger. It is a glory to pass over a transgression. So yeah, man. So yeah, because we're gonna kind of touch on things on natural tip today, but yeah, man, but it's spiritual as well. But yeah, honestly though, man, because because that's what like the sister said, matching energy will have you mirroring like demons, man, going back and forth with like people, man. Like that's why it's because yeah, man, that's not really conducive, man. Just let things go, man. Let things slide, man, because no, don't get twisted. There's times to respond and there's times not to respond. Because pretty much what the sister said in that post is on that post is like really doing that, man. You're just bringing that you're just being you'll just be just like him. That's what pretty much Solomon said. Like if you do that, you're just gonna pretty much be just like him, honestly, or like entertain a stupid question or a stupid statement or insult or whatever. Or even shoot. That's where shout out to brother Akawar, man. Like he always say, he said beautifully, man. In situations like that, the Most High house shall increases, and Omar, I had to decrease. We had to decrease in that situation, man, because you let the spirit take over and not your own will, or the flesh, honestly. Because honestly, too, because you don't think, because the brother sent me first one said, man, there was times, man, your house shot probably wanted to slap the taste out of Pharisee's mouth. He wanted to, but your house shot was always in the spirit because he know they were tempting him, they were sides of him, man, and that's why he said in John 8, you are your father, man, because that's the type of stuff Satan does, man. So as a father do it, so the son do it just as the father, pretty much paraphrasing how should I say it? But I'm saying this aspect of Satan and people like that, man. Even saying children, even them, man. Honestly, even wicked people, man. Like you, whether they in the word, outside the word, just people in general, man. So yeah, man. But let's get this Genesis 50 real quick, because don't render evil for evil, man. Don't matching energy, things of that nature. Don't get twisted. Is there time? Because don't get twisted, man. Because even Paul, right? Even Solomon said, "Listen, I'll have a response to anybody that kind of challenges me on things." But but a lot of times, who said if you look at the Proverbs, man, a lot of times Solomon says with the situations like that and confrontations or people trying to argue or tempt you or pretty much kind of make you get carnal, man. It's no, man, it's let that go. But even Paul says, listen, don't get twisted, because that's kind of going to something else. But Paul even says, listen, sometimes you do have to remind, you do have to respond to things though, so yeah, don't get twisted, because look at this too, man, because because listen, the Most High house shouts like that, man. Because what did he say in Isaiah? I have been silent for a while now. Now we about to see. We're seeing his judgments now, and that's what it usually happens all throughout the world, all throughout history, man. Most High house shout during Noah's time, Sodom and Gomorrah. He was silent. He's like, all right, cool. But then it's no, all right, I have to respond now. Y'all leave me no choice. Even all Egypt, even all throughout history, even till now, even so, Yeah, man, that's it. You need to hear nor there, man. But look at Genesis chapter 50, verse 17. Also, too, this goes into how we're not rendered, like, how, like, even, like, shout out to brother Sammy Firstborn, man, because, like, Paul, like, there's where, like, there's places, like, where, like, Paul is getting his letters from, man. Like, he's getting, like, because, like, the brother said, man, because Paul was just a ready scribe. Like, Ezra was a ready scribe. He just, like, Yahushua, him, like, certain people just had the word in them and just naturally flowed out of them. So, but there was places that he was getting getting his place for. I mean, I'm sorry, it was Peter though. This is actually in Peter, but Paul. This is render. It is in render evil for evil is in one of the letters too. But we're gonna get into this. Genesis chapter 50 verse 17. It says, so shall ye say unto Joseph, forgive, I pray thee, forget the trespass of thy brethren and their sin, for they did unto thee evil, and now we pray thee forgive the trespass of the servants of the God of thy father. And Joseph wept, and they spake unto him, just like we say, man. The word was in Joseph's, man. So that's what render not evil for evil, man. That's that. Let's get Proverbs chapter 20 real quick, because it also too goes into mercy and forgiveness, man. And it says in love. It says in Proverbs chapter 10, 20 verse 22, it says, say thou, I'll recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. So yeah, man, render not evil for evil, man. That's that, like, don't take vengeance in your own hands. Revenge, man. Don't get twisted. Sometimes as a natural people in the flesh, human beings, it's natural, man. But don't, like, it's not. Let the Most High house do that, man, because that's like you taking the ball away from Jordan in the fourth quarter, man, or like LeBron or somebody like that. I remember even that years ago at Clippers game, like, was it November 2018? Yeah, it was 2018 with it was 2019, or yeah, it was 2019 with Golden State during Golden State Dynasty when Kevin Durant and Draymond Green got into that argument, man. And good for them. Speaking of forgiveness, they actually forgave each other. They were actually sat down on reason and was able to reconcile. But pretty much, man, it was in the fourth quarter, and Draymond Green didn't give Kevin Durant the ball. And that situation in clutch time, you give the ball to KD. Like, what you doing, man? So that's how we look when we're and notice how who kind of from afar, because I don't know the man who Draymond is. Very self-willed, very cantankerous, very not having self-control a lot of time, unruly. We should say that. I would say this just from afar. Just the player. I'm sure I've never met him, but But yeah, that's how we look a lot of times when we want to do want to take revenge or do vengeance. Don't get twisted. As natural, depending on the situation, it's understandable. But no, that's where like the Most High house shot kicks in. Like they increase and we decrease, man. Because yeah, man, that's just is what it is. So yeah, man. But anyway, it says First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, see that none render evil for evil unto any man, but follow with that which is good, which is the Most High Yahushua, both among yourself and to all men. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And try to be at peace with all men, like it says in Romans, man. You might just, yeah, man. That's what Yahushua left us, right? His Holy Spirit, the Spirit of peace, man. So, yeah, man, peaceable, man. But anyway, but don't get twisted. It's time and season for everything. Time for peace, time for war, time to respond. Don't get twisted. It's balance and nuance. But let's grab First Peter real quick, man. Let me read that again because I don't think I read that clearly. My bad, y'all. It says First Thessalonians chapter 5 and 15. It says, see that none render evil for evil unto any man, but follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. And yeah, man. So let's get First Peter real quick, man. It's going to like the whole matching energy type thing, man. Because it's crazy that all these sayings that people say now, like when people say now, like even not modern day, it was kind of prophesied in the word. Like, well, one day goes to show you there's nothing new in the sun, and the human nature, just human nature over time, no matter what time period it is. Can like now will there be different idiosyncrasies, different differences according to the time period? Yeah, of course, man. Because let's like for example, like the brother Henry first one said, like back in like our ancestors, our forefathers, back in the ancient world, like not all, but that dating thing that really wasn't a thing. Like dating, they'll probably look as our ancestors, forefathers look as crazy now that we do dating things of that nature, but that wasn't a thing. That's just one example, man. But it's a bunch of things, or like what you call 'em, like this whole like now we know it's mother gods of divine feminine worship, but like no like this whole like female like superiority, or female like uh, um like the matriarchy type of thing, like with women places of power, things of that nature. That really in the ancient world, that really wasn't. It was probably in some places that you could read about. If some places, not amongst us, but even if it was with us, it was when we was being wicked, not supposed to be doing that. But that really wasn't a thing if you look in the ancient world. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, first Peter, those are just two things that popped in my mind. There's some other things too, but First Peter chapter 3 verse 9, it says, "Not rendering evil for evil, or railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereto called, that ye should be inherit a blessing." So yeah, man, don't be rendering like evil for evil, like now it's going to like husband and wives there, but that's actually talking about us in Yahushua too as well, with the Most High Yahushua and the men, and also too naturally a husband and wife. But yeah, man, not matching evil for evil, like matching that energy type of thing, man. Like because really it really gets like can get you nowhere a lot of times too, like but a lot of times too. But what? Here's the thing too. Yep. With this, we probably gonna touch on this in another two, but it really you just do this, man. What Jacob did, yep. It says Genesis chapter 30 verse 33. "So shall my righteousness answer for me in the time to come, when it shall come to my hire before thy face. Everyone that's not speckled among the goats and brown among the sheep, that shall be counted stolen with me." So yeah, let your righteousness speak for you. Let the Most High house shall like your faith in them speak for you, man. Like even if you out to war, man, just let you who you are, don't respond for that, man. Just let certain things you go. These don't even play your hand, show your hand. Just things gonna happen, man. Just watch it play out. Just don't always have to respond to things, man. Because I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters this happened during your lifetime, man. You knew somebody what they were gonna do, months before, a year before, sometimes 2 years or a few years before they were gonna even do it, man. So. But more importantly, how much more with the Most High Yahushua? Even Yahushua knew what Jesus was going to do the whole time. And that goes into the thing. You always had to respond to things, man. That's why the word tells us a lot of times to shut our mouth, man. Honestly, I need to work on that. If you can't, like James says, bridle your tongue. So yeah, man. And being quiet, man. Holding your peace, and let Exodus 14:14, holding your peace, let the Most High house shall fight for you, and Job 13 says, holding your peace, let the Most High house shall do what they do, and that shall be your wisdom, because it's wise to do, know how to pick your battles, and everything doesn't need a response. Because I was always taught, I'm pretty sure, majority of us, most of our brothers and sisters, I should say, and I was taught that everything doesn't warrant a response, man. My people told me that a lot, man. So yeah, because you don't have to check everything, man. Everything, just let it slide, man. Let it slide. But Ecclesiastes, also in Surah 8, we're going to get this too. It says, "Strive not with a man that's full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire." Yeah, man, exactly. Don't. Yeah. Nope. Because it's going to be a bad conversation. Let me say this too. Especially I was watching a video, it's just sad where modern day, brothers and men, because, I think I was watching a video, but I see this a lot of times too, especially men, honestly, Method Man said, I remember seeing, I think he was on Breakfast Club, and the interview with Method Man, he said, listen, man, he said, listen, we are either gonna talk, or we gonna have the illest fight ever. That's really it, is what it is. Especially, man, we shouldn't be going back and forth. I remember X saying that on the interview as well on the Breakfast Club. He said, listen, man, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Cause man, I remember I was at the terminal at 69th Street. Well, for here in Philly, man, it was like back in December, man. Like usually I don't pay that stuff no mind. Kind of the Jake with the you know, with the nigga nonsense. So two brothers were arguing, man. I was just look over because they was on across the other platform. I was looking. I was like, all right. Cool. I was just looking like, oh, okay, cool. But then I was just looking, shaking my head, like, are y'all gonna like, y'all gonna scrap or what? Y'all gonna mix or like, y'all gonna like, get it on or what, man? Like, that's how I was just looking like, come on, man. It's two grown men shouldn't be doing that, man. Like, either one, we should know, like, no, let's grab this too. Let me get this too, because one, especially as grown men in the word or outside the word, we should know how to like reason, like honestly, like that's why Isaiah 1:8 says, "Let us reason together." But let's get this in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 20. He says, "He that handleth matter wisely shall find good, and whoso trusts in the Lord, happy is he." So yeah, man, like that's another thing too. They know how to reason things. Because my things too, I really didn't want the brothers to fight. Listen, is either we're gonna have a conversation or it's like sometimes it might get to that. Because actually, the scriptures goes into like lay no hands on no man. Like don't be striking hands with people like that. But don't get twisted. There isn't a law saying listen. Like if it does get to that point, the Most High in your house shall gives us procedure and protocols. Like even if you beat you get into a confrontation, get into a physical altercation with your brother, like with a man of your kin, and like you really hurt him bad, like you're supposed to pay for a sick time, and it's really in that law is the brotherly love in that, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, I was remember watching, I was looking, man, I'm like, man, are you gonna do it or what, man? Like because it's just like ridiculous, especially grown men going back and forth, like come on, man. But that's neither here nor there, man. That's just like that was ridiculous, man. I was just looking and shaking my head. Then I was turned away. I was just like, all right, man, this is ridiculous. Because not that I'm out on some like world star type of stuff or that type of stuff. I want to see if I'm like, all right, come on, man. Especially as grown men, it's either we're going to talk reasons out, which we should as grown men, as adults, or like, all right, if it's going to be like that, all right, hey, what's up with it? That's it, man. That's ridiculous, though, man. But try to stay away from that stuff, man. Like I like seriously, that's for me as well, man. Because yeah, man. But anyway, peace.